21st century is filled with many surprises, from edible water bottles to self-driving cars. But one of the most predominant changes that's happened, one that's happened right before our eyes, would be the rise in popularity of mumble rap. Now, I know many of us have probably heard many songs that can be disclosed as mumble rap, and a minuscule amount of us have actually fallen accustomed to this type of music. So, what I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to be going over what mumble rap is and its significance it has in our culture. First, I'm going to be talking about its origins and where it may have stemmed inspiration from. To follow that, I'm going to be talking about its interaction within the hip hop community. And lastly, I'm going to be talking about where it is now in our society and how it is played into our societal norms. Now, imagine yourself in 2009. You're in the car and you're about to turn on the radio, and then Soulja Boy's Crank That plays. Little do you know, this song is the defining sound of mumble rap, and it contains the earliest signs of it. Now, before I go any further, one might ask, what is mumble rap? Well, to answer that, you have to first look at what hip hop is and what made hip hop popular. And I think Sammy Alim did a great job at explaining this in their book, Hip Hop Nation Language, where they say, rapping. One aspect of hip hop culture consists of the aesthetic placement of verbal rhymes over musical beats. And it is this element that has predominated in hip hop culture activity in recent years. In other words, they're saying that the use of substance in rapping, the use of added meaning to their words, has allowed more people to come in and enjoy rap and enjoy hip hop, which has made it more popular. And this is the template to what mumble rap is today. However, it does not stop there. There are many defining aspects to what mumble rap is and differentiating what it is from rap. And we could see many of these within Soulja Boy's Crank That. The first aspect being that they use rapping to express their wealth, their jewelry, their cars, their significant others, people who dislike them, their altercations, etc. The second aspect would be the use of repetition in their words and their phrases, the use of ad libs in the background, also the lack of lyricism. But the last most important aspect would be the use of inaudible mumble-like lyrics, which is where the name stems from. However, in Soulja Boy's Crank That, he does not have inaudible lyrics. Instead, he uses a lot of lingo and a lot of slang, which, as we know in Com 101, can be seen as noise and skews the message between the speaker and the audience, giving the same effect. Now, obviously, with any new thing, there's going to be many supporters. Now, on the contrary, there's going to be many criticizers. So my question is, how do people react to mumble rap? Well, the music industry caught eye around 2016 when it first popped off because of its zany, off-the-wall flow. On this side, we have the supporters, and they may have listened to mumble rap due to its catchiness, it's easy to listen to, and it's fun. And because of this supportiveness, it has created outlets for many upcoming rappers like Lil Uzi Vert and his song XL Tour Life. This specific song has been dubbed by Billboard's author, Bianca Gracie, who said that it's one of the defining songs of our decade. On the other hand, we have those who antagonize mumble rap, and this is because it often lacks effort, it doesn't put on a good image for the youth, and lastly, it deforms rap as an art. And some famous people who you may recognize that support this would be Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, and Eminem. Now, because of these contrasting ideals, there is a polarization between these two demographics within the rap community. And I think David Chmielewski exquisitely explains this in his critique of Lil Pump's Gucci Gang, where he says, much like mumble rap, two things are true about Lil Pump. It is exceedingly stupid and yet at the same time worth listening to. Now that we've touched on where mumble rap may have came from and its interaction within hip hop, we should now talk about where it is today. Well, to be quite frank, mumble rap right now is a dying demographic. And this may be because the novelty is worn off of mumble rap, or also because of just the change in music. And this gives newer artists who don't want to be mumble rappers a chance to spread their wings. However, one thing is to say, and it's that mumble rap is not completely gone. And even if it is taking on a new form. And that would be in our media. In TikTok dances, we often hear many mumble rap beats in dance trends, which is awfully similar to Soulja Boy's Crank That when it went viral back in the day. It is also seen within video games, movies, advertisements, you name it. And it could even stem down toward language. When Soulja Boy, the earliest renditions of Soulja Boy saying swag, up until now, when we hear words like no cap, period, bust down. That being said, to put this all into context, our mumble rap timeline has taken us from 2009 up until now. We've touched on Soulja Boy being one of the founding fathers of mumble rap. We've touched on what was the reaction of people and listeners and artists, and we've touched on where it is now in our society. I hope that this presentation has given you added context into songs, celebrities, or even slang that you use. But most importantly, I hope that inspiration and influence ponders in your mind the next time you listen to your favorite artist, no matter who they are.